she or someone on her team saw our episode yesterday, because we have just been on the scent like a hound. And a picture was starting to form that Taylor Swift may have been involved somewhat in the background in what happened to Justin Baldoni. I mean, she was named in a lawsuit for a reason. And like I said on yesterday's show, it was her particular style, these Easter eggs. She was hanging out with them at that time. The New York Times article, a lot of what happened just seemed to have a flavor of Tay. Well, today, her team, and respect to them for the speed at which her marketing team moves, dropped an entire article in the press announcing that her and Blake are taking a break. They're no longer friends because, shocking, Taylor Swift feels used. She always feels used. And she wants nothing to do with the Justin Baldoni situation. Is she being used, or are people starting to jump into lifeboats because Ryan and Blake's Titanic, you know, the ship that not even God could sink, is sinking? It's going down because God is God. I told you guys in the last episode about this case that more lawsuits were coming. Well, one of them just dropped against Blake Lively, and it is also for defamation. We're going to talk about that, but Taylor Swift's team is now coming out swinging, and that is super interesting. An article just dropped about an hour ago in TMZ against Blake Lively in the press. Taylor Swift is alleging that Blake Lively is lying, but is Taylor telling the truth, or is this just a strategy to save her own skin? And Blake Lively's PR team wants us to know that everything that's happening right now, it's hurting Blake's feelings. And I don't know if you guys have paused to consider that Blake's feelings might be getting hurt in all of this. Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. Check out this headline in Daily Mail. Blake Lively sources say Justin Baldoni lawsuit is causing her and Ryan Reynolds severe anguish. They are anguished by the things that they did being found out by the public. In that article, we're told that Blake Lively is, quote unquote, emotionally zapped by her spate of lawsuits with Justin Baldoni, but she remains confident nonetheless that she will ultimately prevail, okay? And the legal battles have apparently, quote, taken a deep emotional toll on the actress, as well as her husband, Ryan Reynolds, who has been named in one of the suits. So I wanted to tell you guys that. I wanted to tell you also that I feel nothing. I literally feel nothing. So much nothingness. I've never felt more nothingness than when I read that article. You know, someone asked me recently why this particular case has seized the world. And I really think that it was just a perfect act of evil that was almost executed in broad daylight, almost like a psychological operation, right? The press was complicit. They almost got it done. This guy would have canceled nothing. And were it not for Steve Sarowitz, the billionaire, who just said, okay, let's go to war. Just think about the other side of that. Like, what would have happened to Justin Baldoni? He would have been canceled. And the more that I watch and the more that I read, the more infuriated I become, because it seems like it's never ending. I can't get to a bottom of their bullying. Every time I think I've gotten every instance of their public bullying, we discover more.
Justin Baldoni's lawyer recently made a shocking revelation. If Blake Lively doesn't agree to a settlement, Taylor Swift may be compelled to testify in court. This isn't just a strategic legal move. It's a strong statement that accountability takes precedence over Hollywood spectacle. Baldoni's team remains unwavering in their commitment to justice, emphasizing that the truth must surface, regardless of personal ties. Meanwhile, Blake Lively, a prominent A-list actress known for her flair for drama, appears to be escalating the situation in a way that prioritizes media attention over the facts. Taylor Swift, one of the industry's most respected figures, is carefully distancing herself to safeguard her reputation. In today's analysis, we examine how this case isn't about leveraging celebrity influence, but about preventing exaggerated claims from undermining creative integrity. With every detail under intense scrutiny and every motive questioned, the stakes are higher than ever for everyone involved. This marks a pivotal moment, one that tests Hollywood's tolerance for sensationalism, while reinforcing the principle that truth should always take precedence over unfounded drama. Justin Baldoni's legal team has made it abundantly clear: if Blake Lively refuses to settle, Taylor Swift may have no choice but to testify in court. This isn't just a trivial contractual dispute or a fleeting disagreement. It's about a calculated effort to manipulate on-set creative decisions for personal gain. As an actor and director who has long been an advocate for artistic freedom, Baldoni now finds himself caught in a legal and personal battle that extends far beyond typical Hollywood conflicts. The alleged pressure to alter scripts isn't merely a matter of creative differences. It's a direct challenge to the integrity of the artistic process.
So I want to give you some updates. Taylor Swift is now fighting back hard, okay? Her team is not pulling any punches. Over the last 12 hours, they have dropped a few articles. I told you all of this, and we are recognizing this. It's just a bunch of PR games. And there's an article that just got dropped in TMZ about an hour and a half ago, and they're making it clear that she wants nothing to do with this case. And not only does she want nothing to do with this case, she's calling out Blake Lively for lying, okay? So I'm gonna redirect from this article. It says, a well-connected source close to Taylor tells TMZ, Taylor came to Blake's apartment at the time that Blake told her to, not knowing anyone else would be there. In other words, Taylor had no idea there was a meeting going on with Justin. The source goes on to say that Justin was about to leave after the 2-hour meeting as Taylor walked in, and she was introduced to him for the first and only time. We are told that all Taylor said to Justin was how excited she was to see the movie because he was her friend's boss. Our source says Taylor believes Blake timed her meeting with Justin so Taylor would arrive before he left, and is baffled by Blake later characterizing her as her quote-unquote dragon. The source adds, it's weird to say that about a friend, and there's more. The source says Taylor is also learning that Blake has been inappropriately leveraging her name for a long time, like telling a young actress that Taylor cast her, which simply did not happen. Oh, wait a second. What do you mean it didn't happen? Okay, a lot to say about this. Obviously, what she's referencing here is what we were told on the red carpet from Isabella Ferreira herself, who kind of turned into Blake Lively's pet. At least that's what Justin is alleging, that basically Blake poisoned her against him and spoiled her. And maybe the point of entry was, I want you to know that my very powerful friend Taylor Swift handpicked you. Okay, and Lily believed it, which is why she said this on the red carpet.
Justin's legal team is using this strategy to push for transparency and accountability in a case that seems fueled by exaggerated theatrics. The possibility of calling Taylor Swift to testify underscores the seriousness of the situation and could bring critical revelations to light. This legal process aims to expose the truth behind the manipulative tactics that have disrupted the production. By taking such a firm stance, Baldoni's team is making it clear that no one, no matter how influential, can twist the narrative without facing consequences. Taylor Swift, renowned for her steadfast dedication to excellence and sharp business instincts, has deliberately chosen to distance herself from the escalating conflict. Meanwhile, Blake Lively, known for meticulously shaping her public image and safeguarding her personal and professional reputation, finds herself at the center of a controversy that threatens to overshadow the facts. Taylor Swift is refusing to be pulled into a spectacle that appears to be more about grabbing attention than uncovering the truth. Instead of blindly backing a friend whose claims have escalated into a full-blown legal circus, she is prioritizing integrity and accountability. Her decision serves as a powerful reminder that true loyalty doesn't require sacrificing one's values or jeopardizing a hard-earned reputation for the sake of drama. This strategic withdrawal isn't an act of betrayal. It's a recognition that getting caught up in unfounded theatrics could undermine everything she has meticulously built over the years.
And actually, we learn that on July 23rd, 2024, Sony informs Wayfarer, the studio financing the premiere and most of the film, that Lively had demanded that Baldoni, Heath, and Wayfarer refrain from attending the New York premiere and threatened to cast-wide boycott if they do. Oh, this is really Justin's fault. I need to be man up and accept, the public, you're noticing some things, but you're wrong, public. Basically, the command was gaslight the public while behind the scenes, we act awful. That was the command. That was the instruction, okay?
Taylor Swift's decision sends a strong message. When faced with a situation where exaggeration overshadows the facts, protecting one's principles must take priority. Her stance not only safeguards her legacy, but also promotes a more measured and rational approach to resolving disputes in Hollywood. Let's be honest, the allegations coming from Blake Lively's camp seem more like overblown theatrics than a genuine pursuit of justice. Once celebrated for her red carpet elegance and composed public image, Blake now appears to be escalating a straightforward dispute into an unnecessary spectacle. Her claims of harassment and manipulation seem to lack the solid evidence needed to support them, raising the possibility that this is more about maintaining relevance in an industry where her star power may be fading. By attempting to drag Taylor Swift into the conflict and pushing the situation toward a courtroom showdown, Lively risks turning this into yet another Hollywood drama rather than a legitimate legal matter. Blake Lively's actions suggest a craving for attention that seems to overshadow the truth. While Justin Baldoni's stance is rooted in documented legal and creative grievances, Blake's narrative comes across as a desperate attempt to stay relevant, a spectacle reminiscent of high school theatrics rather than a demonstration of professional accountability. In this legal and moral battle, it's becoming increasingly clear that the more the facts are scrutinized, the more the unnecessary drama weakens Blake's credibility and undermines the validity of her claims. There was a time when Taylor Swift and Blake Lively epitomized Hollywood friendship, an alliance admired for its authenticity and mutual support amidst the industry's glitz and glamour. Their bond, built over years of shared successes and public endorsements, once stood as a shining example of genuine celebrity camaraderie.
About myself ever, plausibly in the media, I think I gotta hang it up. I think I'm gonna get it framed. This is coming from In Touch Weekly. It says, Candace Owens says Ryan Reynolds should be deported to Canada amid Blake Lively lawsuit. Yes, I did say that. Go me, go me.
However, as this legal battle escalates, the cracks in their friendship have become impossible to ignore. Taylor's decision to step back isn't driven by personal resentment, but by a calculated effort to protect her integrity from a situation spiraling out of control. With Blake's exaggerated claims taking center stage, the foundation of their once solid friendship is beginning to erode under the weight of a narrative that seems detached from the truth. What were once genuine moments of connection, red carpet appearances, shared experiences, and public displays of support now feel overshadowed by the growing divide between them. Heartfelt collaborations and moments of solidarity that once defined their friendship are now being eclipsed by a legal spectacle. It's a sobering reminder that when personal loyalty clashes with public accountability, the price of upholding outdated alliances can be too steep. In this situation, Taylor's deliberate withdrawal is not an act of betrayal, but a strategic move to protect her legacy from the fallout of baseless theatrics. At the heart of this unfolding controversy lies a legal battle that could set a precedent for how Hollywood navigates disputes driven by sensationalism and exaggeration. The outcome may not only impact those directly involved, but also shape the industry's approach to truth, accountability, and creative integrity. Justin Baldoni's lawyer has left no room for ambiguity. If Blake Lively refuses to settle, Taylor Swift may be compelled to testify, bringing the truth into the unforgiving spotlight of a courtroom. This isn't about airing personal grievances for the sake of public attention. It's a battle to defend the integrity of the creative process and to prevent manipulative tactics from going unchallenged. For Team Baldoni, this case represents a pivotal moment where genuine talent and integrity are being tested against exaggerated accusations and desperate theatrics. The stakes are high, and the outcome could have far-reaching consequences, extending well beyond this particular dispute and potentially reshaping how similar conflicts are handled in Hollywood. This case has the potential to set a precedent for how similar conflicts are handled in an industry that often favors spectacle over substance. If the outcome benefits those who exploit their influence, it could pave the way for future abuses of power in creative spaces. On the other hand, a resolution that upholds transparency and accountability could signal a shift in Hollywood, one where merit and truth take priority over manipulation and theatrics. As the dust begins to settle on one of Hollywood's most sensational legal battles, the lessons emerging from this case are both clear and far-reaching, shaping the way the industry approaches integrity, influence, and artistic freedom. Taylor Swift's conscious decision to distance herself from Blake Lively isn't a betrayal. It's a firm stand for integrity and accountability amid a whirlwind of unnecessary drama. This case reflects a larger shift in Hollywood, where creative freedom and fairness are beginning to outweigh blind loyalty and attention-seeking theatrics. It signals a move toward an industry that values truth over sensationalism. For Justin Baldoni, this isn't just a legal dispute. It's a defining moment that challenges the very foundations of influence, credibility, and artistic integrity in Hollywood. It's a stand against a culture that too often normalizes exaggeration and manipulation as part of the narrative. Looking ahead, this case could prompt a reassessment of how Hollywood handles disputes, paving the way for a future where genuine talent is valued and every claim is examined based on evidence rather than sensationalism. The courage to prioritize accountability over blind loyalty may reshape celebrity alliances and establish new standards for professionalism in the industry. Ultimately, this moment could mark a turning point, one that redefines the balance between influence, integrity, and the pursuit of truth in Hollywood. Ultimately, this legal battle is more than just another Hollywood headline. It's a defining moment for the principles that should shape the industry. Justin Baldoni's steadfast commitment to defending his rights against sensationalism serves as a powerful reminder that accountability should never be compromised for the sake of celebrity influence. Meanwhile, Taylor Swift's careful decision to distance herself from Blake Lively highlights a crucial truth. Real loyalty isn't about maintaining outdated relationships at all costs. It's about protecting one's integrity and ensuring that personal and professional values remain intact. While Blake Lively's exaggerated claims may have initially grabbed headlines, the unfolding facts suggest that truth lies in measured accountability, not theatrical spectacle. As the legal battle progresses, Hollywood faces a critical choice: continue allowing sensationalism to dictate the narrative, or move toward a new era where genuine talent, fairness, and accountability serve as the true foundations of success. Team Justin Baldoni remains firm in its belief that the future of Hollywood depends on prioritizing substance over spectacle. What do you think? Is the industry ready for this transformative shift? Share your thoughts below and join the conversation. As this story continues to unfold, there's always more to uncover. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when new revelations come to light.